Hello, you're watching another Moderate Reflections video by me, Alex Gamsick. So what I wanted to talk about today is an issue that I've written down on a list of issues I kind of want to cover in this channel, and that is being a moderate in today's society with increased polarization and taking attacks basically from both sides of the political spectrum. On one hand, you have very extreme right-wing people. On the other hand, you have very extreme left-wing people. And yes, I used my left hand for that. This is my right hand. I know it's mirrored on YouTube. Anyway, what I wanted to say was that it's going to be very difficult not to identify with one side or the other. There's quite a few reasons for this. I think the most important is that our brains like to work as efficiently as possible. So there are shortcuts you take in your own life, for instance. So when I say your brain likes to take the most efficient pathway possible, I mean you're not going to sit down and critically analyze every single issue. People have busy lives. If you're a car mechanic, you go, you work on cars for 8-10 hours a day. You come home, you just want to have a beer, you want to sit and relax. You don't want to think, what does the International Panel on Climate Change say today? You just know climate change is real, it's not real, or might be caused by humans, we don't know. It's easy to take a very simple stance on things. Most people throughout their lives are not going to be sitting down and going through every single issue, every single facet, poring over the evidence, coming up with their own conclusions. That's why we have a party system. Part of the reason we have parties is because the party platform kind of makes it easy for us to go down the list and see, what am I supposed to believe on this issue? That way I don't have to research it all myself. I have Donald Trump, I have Harry Reid, Mitch McConnell, whoever, who kind of do this themselves, and I can follow their party line, and I can say, you know what? I don't know anything about the Trans-Pacific Partnership because it's so complicated, and I'm not going to sit down and read all of it. I'm not going to sit down and read all the opinions on it. So I'm just going to follow what this expert says. And that's not wrong. It's not wrong to say, I can't come up with my own decision on this. Because, you know what? Very few people are going to sit down and, for something as complicated as an international treaty, you're not going to sit down and come up with your own conclusions. The most efficient pathway for your brain to take, so that you can go and work your 9-to-5 job, so that you can go home and take care of your kids, or you can go and write an essay on whatever school topic you're writing about, is using the most efficient pathways possible. So it's difficult to be moderate, because to be moderate and sit in the middle of the political spectrum means you basically are committed to going and critically analyzing every issue yourself. You're not just going to agree with Mitch McConnell all the time. You're not going to agree with Hillary Clinton all the time. You're saying, I, as a person, think that I am capable of sitting down, perhaps for hours a week, and saying, I'm going to look through every issue and make a decision myself. And you know what? Some people, they might just read one article from NPR or something, and they might come to a conclusion on an issue right away. Say, you know what, I'm moderate, so I'll just come up with a conclusion right away, and that's my stance, and that's it. But a truly moderate person, I think, will sit down and consider all the issues over time, over the years, using their experience, using what others have experienced, trying to talk to people and gain their perspective, because, let's face it, one American perspective is not the same as another American's perspective. We are all different people. We all have something valuable to contribute to the world. And we all have a lot to learn from each other. I think I'm a moderate person. And I've been in places where I've had Democrats yelling at me for what I believe. I've been in situations where Republicans have yelled at me for what I believe. And especially nowadays, I feel like I'm in some middle ground where no matter what side I'm on, people are going to attack me for what I believe. And it can come from my own side on an issue as well. And that can be very frustrating. Cognitive dissonance is very real. That's the feeling when someone disagrees with you or is saying something that you disagree with, and you feel upset. And it's not good to feel that way. No one wants to feel cognitive dissonance. No one wants to be left out. Everyone wants to fit in. It's like I'm pretty sure it's like a primal instinct to feel connected to the people around you. That's socialization, and that's actually a great topic for another video. So, how do you fit in as a moderate when the American electorate is shifting to the edges? Well, you stretch out and give everybody a big hug, and you say, it's okay. Now, so what you really do, and I've found this very helpful, when I'm feeling these powerful, intense emotions of either anger and disappointment, whatever you might call it, I try to look deep inside myself and reflect on this feeling. The first step is to step back a little bit and take half a second and say, I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'm feeling a little angry, I'm feeling a little heated. To kind of be in touch with how you're feeling is the first step. So recognize that you're upset. And that's okay to be upset. People get upset every day. Doesn't matter how nice you are. You might get upset sometimes. And then you want to focus on the issue itself. Focus on who agrees with you on this issue, because I'm sure someone on this earth agrees with you. Think of your favorite politician. Think of maybe your mom or your dad or a family member, maybe one of your friends, and you agree on this. And feel like a rope extending from you. And it's extending from you to the other person, and they have a rope coming from them, and it kind of tangles up, and you feel connected to that person, the person who agrees with you. Don't try to think of that bond. Remember it. And there are people screaming on both sides of you. But in the middle here, you have this bond with someone else. Someone agrees with you. You are in solidarity with somebody. And that person or that organization that you really believe in, that you really think, this person gets it. Like, at least this person's thought it through. This person knows my experience. Think of them and concentrate your mind. Just concentrate on that one thing. Don't stop thinking about it. Do that for maybe a few seconds, and then go back to whatever it is you were reading or whoever you were talking about. See how you feel then. Because, sure, this person disagrees with you. This article you're reading or this book you're reading, it's made you angry. But does everyone make you angry? Does everything make you angry? Politics is a very emotional thing, and it's difficult to stay grounded. It's difficult to look at every issue and not just say, oh, you know what? I'm just going to listen to what this politician says because, you know what? I agree with them on maybe climate change or something, so I'll just let the rest fall in line. I'll just agree with everything else he says. And it's tempting to do that. But I think the more issues we can think about ourselves independently and use our own experiences, the experiences we've heard from other people, data that's written up by academics. Of course, you got to vet that too, but don't rely solely on one person's ideology. And when you feel that connection to someone who agrees with you, and they don't have to agree with you on every issue, you feel that person connected, and you're not alone in thinking this. Other people believe in it too. In this era where the right is super powerful, the left is super powerful, and the middle is becoming weaker, I want you to think through the issues and realize you can be moderate. Because there are people who agree with you, and you are not alone. Take care and have a good day. I hope to have another video up soon. This is a quick postscript. I just wanted to say that the way this video turned out, I thought about it afterwards, and it's definitely not the only way for a moderate to kind of feel well in this political environment. There's other strategies for moderates to use, other ways to make yourself feel better, and it's going to be more of a series, so this will be a part 1. And you'll see that in the video title. Take care.